It is a rematch of last year's state quarterfinals. Norwalk versus Central DeWitt, two teams that came down to the wire last year, take to the floor one more time here at the Casey Center. I'm Tyler French. Alongside me today is Braden Plord. It is the game that we've been looking forward to all season. Norwalk back at the state tournament for the second straight year. It's been 20 years since they brought that state title home to Norwalk, and looking to add one more trophy to the trophy case.
Absolutely. Last year was a really strong year for the Warriors, able to put themselves out there in the Iowa basketball world as a potential powerhouse and dynasty. And this year, like you just mentioned, following it up with another state qualification, but that's not the only thing they want, Tyler. Last year, it was really about just getting to state. That itself was the accomplishment, but this year, expectations are different. Goals are different. They are chasing after the title this season, and they have a tough opponent in Central DeWitt as their first-round opponent.
Both teams graduating. One of their big pieces last year, obviously on Norwalk's side, we know, we love her. Bailey Birmingham now with the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. On the other side, Lauren Walker, one of the top scorers in the state last year. They have not missed a beat, 23 straight wins as they enter the state tournament from that first loss of the season to Iowa City High. They have been perfect since, taking down Keokuk and Solon to make it here. Norwalk on the other side, taking down Lewis Central and Independence. That game against Lewis Central, though, a big test for them in the regional semifinals.
Absolutely, and that's something that you kind of want to see with this type of team. You don't want to have continued success, and then the minute you face any adversity, you have no idea how to handle it. So I think it's important that they were able to face adversity at that point in the season and not when you're here at the Casey Center in the state. So I think they understand how to handle that adversity that's presented to them, and that's going to make them a stronger team as they head off through this bracket.
And looking through this team for Norwalk, who do you think is the player to watch? Obviously, Braylon Birmingham has been the team's leading scorer, over 30 points per game, comes in as the #1 scorer in 4A. She leads 4A and this team in a lot of categories, but there have been some unsung heroes this season for this squad.
Absolutely. You think about this Warrior squad, you can think about the great players such as Braylon Birmingham and Pearl Brown, both making first-team all-district teams. But the player I am looking for to have a huge impact in this game is senior guard Hannah Overholzer, coming into this game, averaging 8 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and shooting 42% from 3. She's been a strong second, third option to Braylon Birmingham, getting second-team all-conference this season, and a Simpson College commit. She's a leader on this squad as well, being one of the 4 team captains. And what makes Hannah Overholzer so special and impactful is I like to call her a spark plug. When they have a game and they're not shooting well, they just don't have the momentum, and they're maybe not playing as well as they should. Overholzer always makes a play to gain some momentum on their side, and we've seen that in state last year. She shot 50% from the field in the 2 games against DeWitt and Xavier, looking to continue that streak going on here. And what helps it even more, Overholzer is getting hot at the right time. The past 5 games, she's averaging 11 points a game, shooting 46% from the field and 50% from downtown.
Yeah, you mentioned the incredible run she's had recently was instrumental in that pull-away stretch during the game against Lewis Central. You know, had 18 points for the contest and a couple steals. Her and Pearl Brown really getting after it defensively, really setting the tone in that second half to allow the Warriors to pull away. On the other side for Central DeWitt, I'm looking at Adi Fogelsang. She has had kind of an up and down year at times, but was really instrumental. This team not really tested in the playoffs. They took down Keokuk by 45, a 20-point win over Solon. But in their last game of the regular season, it was a 2-point win over Bettendorf. The Putman sisters, who lead this team in scoring and basically across almost every category, she was the unsung hero. The Putman sisters shoot 7 of 25 from the floor. Fogelsang, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 7 of those on the offensive end. She's 6'2", a stretch that Norwalk has struggled with size at times this year. She's got to be huge getting on the glass. This isn't a great rebounding team, but they are going to need a big performance from her, especially when we saw Ava Carlson last year put up 16 rebounds at the state tournament in the first round. And looking at keys to the game, I think starting with Central DeWitt, you got to control this ball. You got Kinley Burt, one of the best point guards in the state, one of the highest assists and turnovers, leads 4A in assists, getting back defensively, and really kind of goes in hand with the fact that this team is not a great offensive rebounding squad. It is not a great rebounding squad overall. They shoot a lot of threes, 10th in 4A in attempts per game. Between turnovers and those long rebounds, this team has got to get back because Norwalk likes to run. And finally, that defensive rotation. You know 2 or 3 defenders are going to get thrown at Braylon Birmingham consistently, but with Hannah Overholtzer, the hot streak she's been on, the ability we've seen from Pearl Brown, Ava Carlson to shoot the ball this year, it is going to be instrumental for them to make sure that they are not overcommitting on those closeouts because of the ability to attack off the dribble, but getting a hand in the face of shooters is going to be paramount in this one.
On the Norwalk side, I see 3 main things that they have to do. Number 1 is get to the free throw line. This is something that Norwalk is no stranger to. They've been the best in 4A over the past 2 seasons this year, leading 4A and second in the state in free throws made with 297, and they lead 4A in free throw percentage at 75%, and a big part of that game is Braylon Birmingham. She scores 64% of their team's free throws. The second thing is what you mentioned earlier. Central DeWitt is known to shoot the ball from three-point land, so you have to defend those three-pointers. DeWitt is 5th in 4A in three-point attempts and three-point makes. Once again, like I mentioned earlier, they're no stranger to DeWitt and threes. More specifically, Lauren Walker last year shooting 55% from 3 on the season. And in that regional semifinals close game against Lewis Central shot 44% from 3 and kept things a little dicey in that game to make the Warriors a bit uncomfortable. And finally, the third thing, you have to start fast, gain some momentum. We've seen the Warriors time in and time out this season start off a little slow and pick things up as the game goes on. This is state. You have to start fast, and you've got a big crowd. You've got a huge entire row of Warrior fans out there. So once you get them on your side, you just feel the momentum, and then you can really snowball and turn this game into a fantastic win and move on to the semis.
And mentioning the semis, the winner of this game will take on Dallas Center Grimes, the 2023 state champions, the number 2 seed, await in the semifinals. They took down Waverly Shell Rock by a 20-point margin, a monster win for them. Norwalk co-champions with them in the Little Hawkeye Conference. On the other side, an 18-0 run in the big stretch in the Mississippi Athletic Conference. Perfect run for Central DeWitt to outright win that conference again this year. And they have a veteran team. Norwalk just as veteran on the other side. Both these teams going after it. As we remember, that game ended on a Pearl Brown buzzer beater offensive rebound and layup. But who can step up this year? Who can be the Lauren Walker or Pearl Brown? Walker hit that step back 3 to tie the game with only a few seconds left. And then Pearl Brown, as just mentioned, doing the rest to send Norwalk to the state semifinals, where they eventually lost to the 2025 champion Xavier Saints. Xavier eliminated in the regional finals, so we will have a new champion for the 5th straight year.
I think that's just a great testament to just how much better just girls basketball has gotten overall. It's not just one team just dominating time in and time out, like you just mentioned. 5th straight year with a brand new state champion. It just speaks to the coach's ability and the team's ability to get players, develop them, and find just new ways to use them and to find some victories. Now, looking at this game, Norwalk Central DeWitt, I think a big telltale that almost every basketball fan can tell you about once you get to these playoff type games is looking at the turnover battle. Now, Norwalk, last year in their run against DeWitt and Xavier, lost the turnover battle in both of those games. Now, that can be to a lot of factors. Nervousness, that was the entire roster's first time playing at this KC Center, but now you've returned all but one starter on both sides of the ball, and you're more mature, and you're not a big stranger to the moment. The Warriors are consistently averaging 10 turnovers a game, which is tied first in all of 4A, so that's something that I know Segrist is going to be looking for in this squad, minimalizing those turnovers and forcing DeWitt to make plays.
And the key stat on the other side, you talked a little bit on Norwalk's side, the free throw shooting. One of the best teams in the state across all levels. On the other side, this is a team that has struggled shooting free throws this year in Central DeWitt. No one outside of their top 2 scorers, the Putman sisters, shoots over 60% from the line. They are 30th in the state in free throw percentage in 4A and 44th out of 48 teams in attempts per game. You mentioned Birmingham, 60+% of Norwalk shots. She would have almost all of Central DeWitt's, 219 for her, 261 on the other side. So if this comes to a close game, Norwalk, a seasoned team that shoots free throws well on one side, and Central DeWitt, they've got a couple good shooters, but it's going to be paramount for them to get the ball in those players' hands.
And whether you like it or not, free throw shooting has become a skill in today's basketball game. We're seeing players all across professional leagues, even in college, able to get to the line consistently and positively impact the game. And that's the same thing Braylon Birmingham has done for this Warrior squad, not just getting field goals, but picking up points from the charity stripe. Those are free points. Every coach is going to tell you all different levels. You have to make those free throws. That's something the Warriors have done this entire season and must continue to do tonight in order to pull out a victory. And now Central DeWitt, it's vital that if they do get to the line, they have to score those points, keep this one a tight one.
I want to thank our sponsors of today's game, N Nails in Norwalk, Hempstead Home Repair, and finally, Huddle, helping us bring live coverage here from sidelines at the KC Center. And now looking at our starting lineups, sponsored by Hempstead Home Repair. Looking to start an interior-exterior home project? Are you trying to finish one with lack of motivation? Hempstead Home Repairs is your Norwalk and surrounding area home repair and construction experts. Your project deserves quality, and you deserve honest, no-frills communication. No project or remodel too big or too small. Like and follow Hempstead Home Repairs on Facebook for more information and provided services. Always free estimates. Starting with Central DeWitt, it is the point guard, the 5'8" senior, number 2, Kinley Burt, averaging 6.7 assists per game, one of the top numbers in the entire state. Matching her in the backcourt, Ava Putman, the 5'9" senior, the future Truman State commit. Scored her 1,000th career point earlier this season. Claire LeConte, a 5'5" senior, so a very veteran backcourt, matched up with the 2 sophomores, Emma Putman and Audi Fuglesang. Putman, number 14, 5'7" sophomore, and Fuglesang, we mentioned earlier, 6'2", wearing number 24. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, it's the same starting 5 that have started out almost every game this year. Pearl Brown, the 5'11" senior guard, the hero of last year's tournament game, in the backcourt with her. Hannah Overholtzer, 5'4", senior, the leading scorer, and who will be jumping in the middle against Fuglesang. Number 10, Braylon Birmingham, 5'11". This year at center, the team captain, track star Ava Carlson at 5'9", and rounding out the one new starter this year, Ava Reeder, who starts with the ball off of the opening tip. We are underway here courtside, and the 4A quarterfinals winner advances to take on DCG. As Birmingham has it tipped away, gets it to Brown, she'll go up, can't finish. Reeder comes in for the offensive rebound, and a foul going to be called early on. This one will go against Ava Putman, a player they cannot afford to get in early foul trouble.
That's something that the Warriors have done excellent this entire season. Get teams in foul trouble, make things uncomfortable, make you stretch your roster, and that's something that no coach wants to have to do, is to get out, sub in their players that don't already start.
Pass in to Brown, tried to get it to Reeder, cutting to the hoop, tipped out of bounds. 3 seconds run off of the shot clock, and the Warriors will inbound it again. As Brown takes it, Carlson setting a cross screen for Birmingham. They'll get it in deep to her. She's going to be picked up by LeConte. Going one-on-one, she'll give it off on the far wing for Overholtzer. To Reeder up top. Overholtzer cuts, gets it over to Brown off of the inside out look. Back over, isolation on the far side for Birmingham. Picks up her dribble, back out to the wing for Reeder. Down to 14 seconds on the shot clock. Warriors will reset here, down to 10 seconds. Brown looking to go with it, gives it, cuts through. Birmingham, pull-up jumper, it's good from 15. Warriors strike first off the assist. So Birmingham gets us started. It'll come over to the other side. Emma Putman with it near the top. Swings over to Fuglesang, who will be picked up by Birmingham. Falls it, sets the screen. Carlson caught, three-pointer put up here. LeConte can't hit it, and Carlson gets the board.
Excellent start for the Warriors. Great defense that first possession. They're able to fight through the tough DeWitt defense and pick up a bucket.
Reeder looking to go, spins, moves into the post. Left-handed layup, no good, and rebound brought in by Emma Putman. Ava Putman back the other way, gets it to Burt in the corner, follows her pass with a screen. Burt will get into the post, brings it back up top for Putman. Going right at the defensive stalwart, Pearl Brown and scores first basket for the Sabres.
Great quickness from Putman, able to just barely get past Pearl Brown and get an easy layup.
Birmingham calling the play near half court. Two players coming up in Carlson and Reeder. Carlson will set the screen. Good hard take and another pull-up jumper. This one rims off. No good from 12 for Birmingham. Rebounded by Putman, coming back the other way. Tied 2-2, 5:53 left in the quarter. Burt, good head fake, drives in. Lefty shot, no good. Rebounded by Birmingham, coming back the other way. Both teams feeling each other out early on, and a blocking foul on the drive will send Birmingham to the free throw line. Like you mentioned, someone who gets to the line almost at will. It's been her last year and this year, Bailey Birmingham the year before. This team loves to get to the free throw line with these Birmingham sisters.
That was a perfect example of when I was talking about getting to the line as a skill. In transition, you're coming down, you've got one defender on you, able to bump your shoulder into them, force the foul, and get to the line.
So Birmingham at the line, 86% from the line this season, knocks in the first. Second one also good. So the Warriors take a 4-2 lead. 5:40 left in the first quarter. Ava Putman, full head of steam, kicks it out to LeConte in the far corner. LeConte, a little bit of a post-up look. It'll come out, three-pointer put up. This one no good. Rebounded by Brown. That shot coming from Emma Putman. As the Warriors look to add to their lead, they lead 4-2. Birmingham behind the back, picks up her dribble, gets it to Overholzer in the corner, three-pointer, it's good! Overholzer from the far corner for three.
Fantastic play from Birmingham, able to put her defender on skates, kicks it out to the corner, and Overholzer takes advantage.
7-2, drive by Burt on the other side, and she is fouled and will go to the free throw line. That goes against Carlson, her first. No substitutions yet as we approach 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now Burt will go to the charity stripe. Knocks in the first one. Burt doesn't get to the line much and goes 1 of 2, but an offensive rebound here. Started by Fugglesang and ended up picked up by Putman. They'll go isolation on the block for Fugglesang. Shot no good. Good defense as Birmingham goes straight up and collects the board. Birmingham pushing the issue back the other way, goes coast to coast, layup up and good. Birmingham with 6 early points.
DeWitt's defense, you have to get in front of Birmingham in transition. She loves to drive towards the hoop, knowing that you have to put a defender in front of there to slow her down.
Burt, hounded by Overholzer, gets it to Fugglesang on the left wing. Goes back into the post, working against Birmingham. Good defense as Brown gets a hand on it. Off to the races, back the other way. Can't finish, though, and there's going to be an over-the-back foul called here against Reeder. That is her first. Good defense played back in transition by Ava Putman, getting back, not allowing an easy layup. Warriors 3 of 7 from the field so far. The Sabres 1 of 5. First turnover of the game called on that one before Brown was unable to make the layup. They go down to Fugglesang again. They know they have that advantage up top, and they're going to be a foul called against Birmingham. Looked like she went straight up, and Coach Seeger is asking for an explanation. Grace Bordenero will check in for the Warriors after the first free throw. Looks like 3 substitutions on the other side, as it'll be Zoe Fugglesang. 2 sets of sisters on this roster. 2 seniors, 2 sophomores. As the first free throw is good for Audi. Zoe checks into the game along with Landra Rugeberg. And can't see the number of the other substitution that will check in if Fugglesang can knock in this free throw. 2 for 2. The sophomore goes. Some much needed points there, as it is Jalen Sinclair, the 5A sophomore, checking into the game. As it appears it is Ava Putman remaining in the contest, along with Kinley Burt, the other 3 substitutions coming out. Brown over to Birmingham, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Warriors sophomore. Goes out of bounds, 9-5 score, 3:59 left in the quarter. First turnover for Norwalk. Warriors doing a good job not letting Putman get some easy shots early on, averaging 17 points per contest. Has been the focal point offensively this year for the Sabres, as Brown comes up with her second steal. Good tip back the other way. And ball on the ground as Ava Putman comes up with it. The Warriors turn it over.
We're seeing great plays from this Warriors defense, just not able to capitalize in transition. You have to give DeWitt credit for getting back and making things tough for this Warrior offense.
This one thrown away by Fuglesang. Wide open, three-pointer, no good, and good box out and rebound by Rugeberg. Warriors in front still 9-5, 3:15 on the clock in the first. Burt over to Putman, looking to go on the right side. Will kick it into the corner, brought up top by Zoe Fuglesang. It'll get back to Burt at the top of the key. Connor defender reaching, but Bordenero able to provide some help defense, knock that one out of bounds. Otherwise, Burt would have had a lane to the basket.
Good job by Overholzer, able to pickpocket the ball and kind of dislodge it from behind and force the inbound.
They get it into Putman, hands in her face, launches a three. It is an air ball, and they're going to say stepped on the out-of-bounds line did Sinclair.
It was a fantastic closeout from Pearl Brown. Had her hand up the entire time, and with length like that, she's going to make any shot difficult.
Birmingham has it tipped away but recovered. Overholzer in the corner, switched off the screen. She picked up by Putton. Fuglesang on the right wing, and now to Brown in the corner with Burt guarding her. Burt follows Brown back up top as Brown picks up her dribble, gives it off to Overholzer. Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to isolate, let her get to work. Layup up and good. Loves that little hesitation move and scored inside. She's got 5. Three-pointer attempt the other side. Rugeberg no good. And they're going to call a jump ball. It'll stay with Central DeWitt as the offensive rebound brought in by Sinclair. Sabres still struggling from the field. Only one made basket, but they've made it to the free throw line 4 times here in the first quarter, so not their typical performance at the charity stripe, going 3 for 4 so far in this one.
When you're at state, you're going to have to learn how to adapt. This Sabres team hasn't been fantastic at the free throw line, like we've said, but when you're forced there multiple times, you're going to have to adapt and play well.
Lena Perrone, the substitution coming in, and they're going to call a foul here. I think this one will go against Grace Bordenero, made contact, and it will, so it does not go against Birmingham. Would have been her second. Fourth team foul against Norwalk, and it sends Rugeberg to the free throw line. First free throw rims off, no good. And I think if you're Norwalk, obviously you don't want to get into foul trouble, but with their struggles at the free throw line, not against them playing a little bit more aggressive and physical. As going 0 for 2, rebounded, brought in by Carlson. Birmingham across the charity stripe. Warriors 11-5 lead, under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Birmingham, lefty dribble over to the other side of the lane. Kicks it back out, finds Overholzer. Good closeout by Fuglesang. It'll be swung around, and Birmingham having the size advantage, looking to isolate in the post. Instead, it'll be Bordenero driving baseline. Good kick out. Brown open for 3. Rims off, but falls in. Got the shooter's roll.
Fantastic pass from the sophomore Bordenero, driving baseline, kicks it out to Brown on the ring. She's able to sink it in.
14-5, the Warriors lead here in the first quarter. Similar start to the game that we saw from DCG. They got out a 15-2 lead over Waverly Shell Rock in the 2-7 matchup. Trying to answer on the other side. Long two-pointer there for Landry Rugeberg. Just a second made basket here in the first quarter, and see if that can get the Sabres going. Inside, Birmingham, no good. Ball tipped away, and numbers here for the Sabres going back the other way. Rugeberg ahead to Sinclair. Layup up and good. Good fast break run to perfection. There, Sinclair gets her first basket off the missed shot. 2 straight baskets, cuts it back to a 5-point game. As this is going to be a long battle between these two red-hot teams. In the far corner, it is kicked back up top. Overholzer, hesitation move again, a little head fake. As this one tipped away, and they're going to say it goes back to Central DeWitt. Looked like it had been tipped away by Perona. As Perone will serve as the point guard. Ava Putman checks out with Emma Putman coming back into the game. 15 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Perone brings the ball across half court, guarded by Overholzer. Bordenaro gets a piece of it, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on the drive, and that will lead to free throws to close out the quarter. That goes against Bordenaro, her second.
DeWitt's taking full advantage of this Warrior defense physicality, getting to the line multiple times already today, 3 of 6 on the day. Once again, if you're getting to the line 6 times in the first quarter, you're going to have to make those ones to keep this one a tough game. And that's really the big reason why this is only a 5-point game, is because they've been making their free throws when they head down.
This one missed by Zoe. Zoe Fugglesang, 6 of 12 entering today. Warriors should go into the quarter break with a lead. Both are missed. Carlson gets the rebound, and looks like they are just going to let this clock run out as shot is not in time from Braylon Birmingham, as the Warriors in front 14-9 at the end of one. As thank our sponsors once again, N Nails is based in Norwalk, along with Hempstead Home Repair and Huddle. At Huddle, we know every client has unique needs, whether you're designing custom gear for your business, sports team, or community event like today's. Huddle is here to deliver. From custom designs and high-quality printing to embroidery projects and even merch, we bring your vision alive with care and attention to detail. Reach us at yourteam@huddle.us. That is Huddle, HUDDDLE. Or call or text us at 515-336-7841. Your brand, your vision, our commitment. Huddle up. N Nails is not only a beauty salon, we strive to create a relaxing and welcoming space for all our clients. At our salon, we will take care of all your beauty needs, from your nails, toes, and lashes. We specialize in many nail designs, and we hope you will gain a lasting relationship. Book today by calling 515-981-8448 or visiting us at 1300 Turnberry Drive, Unit 3 in Norwalk. Warriors a strong first quarter, 14-9. They lead. 2 made threes for them from downtown, and a struggle from the field so far for the Sabres.
Absolutely, and I mean, that's the really big reason why they've got 9 points, is because they've forced 5 fouls on this Warrior defense. Now, once again, haven't been able to make them all, but it's able to keep things close enough to that this Warrior team is uncomfortable. Big thing is that the Warriors had 3 steals in that first half, 2 of them by Brown, and they just weren't able to capitalize off of that. And when you get turnovers in the state game, you have to score points off of those.
Brown gets the ball to Reeder up top. He checked in at the quarter break. Overholzer up top to Carlson. Looking to go somewhere with it. Does have the ability to talk off the dribble. Halfway through the shot clock. Down to 12 seconds. Brown on the left side of the lane. Out to Overholzer. Hit 1-3. That one no good. Carlson, the offensive rebound. Had a school record 9 of them here against Central DeWitt last year. Picks up her 3rd board of the contest already today. As it was a air bank, did not touch the rim. It goes as a turnover for the Warriors. Shot clock violation. Great defense played, even giving up the offensive board.
Early on, DeWitt's been playing extremely sweltering defense. The Norwalk offense really hasn't been able to get anything going. Every point they've scored has kind of just been find something for yourself. No play hasn't really been working that well.
Double team comes up, traps in the corner as Overholzer and Brown knock it off of Burt and out of bounds, as a defense playing strong there.
That's exactly what I was talking about in the pregame. Once again, Warriors not able to finish that offensive drive the way they wanted to, but Overholzer and Pearl making a defensive play and getting the ball right back.
Carlson with it, deep on the wing, down low to Brown. Double team comes over, steps through it, has it blocked from behind though, as Fugglesang got the block. It'll be a jump ball as Brown ties up the Sabres underneath, but great recovery by both Pearl and Fugglesang, that not letting them being beat on that play in either side. As it is a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. Warriors still up 14-9, 6:59 left in the first half. Looking at scoring, Central DeWitt, 5 players with 1 or 2 points each. On the other side, Overholzer with 5, 6 for Braylon Birmingham, and 3 for Pearl Brown. As Brown and Overholzer, the 2 made threes. The one from Brown got that shooter's role. Seems to take it to another level here at the state tournament, as Central DeWitt found out last year.
I mean, making 3-pointers is obviously a huge part of both these teams' game, and that's going to be a really big factor as they head into this game. Haven't been shooting great from 3. Central DeWitt hasn't made a single one yet, and the Warriors, when they kick out, when you drive inside, you have to make those ones.
Ball is brought down here by Putman. They'll kick it back out to Burt on the left wing, looking to attack off the drive against Overholzer. Back out, Fogelsang drives and kicks it. They go back, isolation on the block. Putman, cross-court pass, finding LeConte, who also checked in at the quarter break. Fogelsang, long 2-point jumper, rims off, no good. Another rebound for Carlson. And they're going to say that Birmingham dragged the pivot foot. Very close call, but neither offense getting going here in the second quarter. Minute 35 in, no points.
Both offenses really look like they're trying to rush things. They're not letting the game come to them, work out some plays, get off some screens. They're really just working in almost a panic-like state, and that's hasn't been helping either offense. Both teams really just need to settle down, run an offense, get some plays going.
And there's going to be a travel on the other side, so careless turnovers each way as those turnovers starting to pile up a little bit here. Birmingham will bring the ball down. 6 minutes left in the first half. Warriors still in front by 5. Birmingham pulls up from 15 off the elbow, no good. Another offensive rebound brought in by Carlson. A great tiptoe job to avoid the turnover and snag there like a wide receiver on the pass out by Birmingham. A turnover anyway, though, as Overholzer has her pocket picked. Tipped away from behind, though. The Warriors, both teams kind of struggling to maintain possession of that ball. Ball kicked in to Putman. Goes to the corner for Burt, looking to go over the top. LeConte and around to Emma Putman. Working against the sophomore Reeder. Burt brings it back up top. She'll reset it to Putman. Goes isolation, one-on-one against Brown. Shot does not fall, rims off, and Birmingham grabs the board. Turnover back the other way, though. Still no points as we approach 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Sloppy offense all around.
I think it's just you want to rush. I mean, you get these turnovers or these steals in transition, and you just want to go a million miles an hour. Just pass it up to your teammate, make a play. But DeWitt's been doing a fantastic job getting back on defense and not making things easy at all. This Warrior offense needs to slow down and settle in. It seems that both teams still have some jitters.
As Putman gets it down to LeConte, and that is going to be a foul underneath. I believe that'll go against Carlson. That'll be her second. That is officially the second on Carlson. First player in the starting lineup for either squad with 2 fouls, as LeConte does not knock in the first free throw. (14-9) our score with 4:56 left in the first half. LeConte able to finally get her first point of the quarter as she gets on the scoreboard. Birmingham back the other way, goes to the double team, tripped up, and a foul will be called. She'll go to the free throw line, see if she can get Norwalk going on this end.
This is exactly what this Warrior offense is needed. Just head to the line. You're a confident free throw team. Just get to the line, pick up an easy 2.
First shot is good for the sophomore. So Birmingham 2 for 2. 6-point lead for the Warriors, as she's got 8 now for the game. Turnover on the other side as this one tipped away by Brown, her third steal of the contest. Overholzer blocked from behind. Burt getting back in transition. Second time that it has been a block on the other side for Central DeWitt.
That's a huge play that is really keeping them in this game.
Ava Putman, long three-pointer is missed. Long rebound brought in, though. Down low, they kick it back. Open three for LeConte, no good. And this one is going to be a jump ball. It will go back to Norwalk. Norwalk bench wanted a foul, as it'll be 3 substitutions coming in. As it will be Fogelsang, Sinclair, and Ruggeberg checking in once again. Timeout on the floor. We will take a quick one as well and be right back. You're watching Norwalk basketball live from the Casey Center. It's the girls basketball state tournament. We're back here on Pardon My French Media. Both teams struggling from the field. Warriors 5 of 16, the Sabres 3 of 13. But 10 free throw attempts already in this game for Central DeWitt. They've only made 4 of them, however. As a couple ball fakes and good ball movement leads to an open 3 attempt. Buried by Hannah Overholzer, her second 3 of the game.
Absolutely huge 3 and a fantastic play call from Coach Segrist, able to free up Overholzer for a wide open triple.
So the Warriors score out of the timeout. Down low, Sinclair scores the other way. Caught the Warriors in a rotation. 7-point game with 3.5 left in the first half. Birmingham goes right through the defense and I think lost that looking for a finger roll. Went straight off the bottom of the backboard, so a missed shot leads to an opportunity on the other side. Burt into the corner, wide open. Fogelsang fires and hits the 3. A big answer on the other side. Gets it back to a 4-point game, closest it's been since the early minutes of the contest.
Great screen, frees up Fogelsang, wide open in the corner, able to cash in from downtown.
Overholzer will get it to Brown. Overholzer and Birmingham leading the way with 8 points each. Beautiful pass, but Brown can't finish. Follows shot with a couple of offensive rebounds. She's fouled and will go to the free throw line. So Brown at the free throw line, knocks in the first one. That's her 4th point of the game to go along with 3 rebounds and an assist. Getting it done on the defensive side of things as well. Brown, not traditionally a great free throw shooter, knocks in 2 big ones here in the first half for Norwalk, and they lead 21-15. 2:45 left before the break. Burt brings it back up to the top near the Iowa logo. Scoop layup, no good. And it is going to be rebounded by Bordenaro, and I think they're going to call a foul here against Sinclair. They will. 13 foul against DeWitt. Up top, Bordenaro moves it to Birmingham. She'll turn, fires a 3. hasn't shot the three exceptionally well down the stretch this season and misses that one. Burt gets the rebound and brings it back the other way. Trying to thread the needle. It is going to go out of bounds, and last touch by the Sabres as Putnam was trying to save it. That's a tough pass to make through three defenders. Burt, 6.7 assists per game this year, and was trying to pick up a key one there in transition. Warriors will get the ball back. Another turnover, 7th of the game for Central DeWitt. Pull-up jumper here from back out with a fresh shot clock. Birmingham, long three-pointer in the corner, no good. Bordenero, another offensive rebound, but they're going to call a travel. There was contact, but not enough to draw the whistle. Warriors hitting the offensive glass hard, but struggling to come up with the second chance points right now.
That's just a big example of just how this whole game has gone. The Warriors are making the plays when they need it, getting the offensive rebounds, forcing the turnovers. They just haven't been able to capitalize on it. But I know this is something Seagrass is thinking right now. If you keep making those plays, eventually they will fall. The Warrior team just has to keep their pedal to the metal.
As the Warriors struggling to shoot the ball on one side, but turnovers plaguing the Sabres on the other side. Burt, a nice head fake, but they're going to wave the shot off, and a travel called. Had gone over Holzer to overcommit, and the layup was good, but no points on another turnover. 21-15 our score. As Birmingham moves it to the far wing for Pearl Brown. Brown a couple ball fakes, looks to go off the dribble. Gives it over to Overholzer, and they're extending this defense now out on Overholzer a little bit after a couple made threes. She cuts up top. Now Bordenero with it. This one tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Burt as she jumped that pass. 10 seconds on the shot clock, just over a minute left here in the first half. Reeder inbound into Birmingham. She'll go right off the dribble. Pull up from about 8 is good. Put that head down, and when she gets to her spot, that's going to fall more times than not.
The Sabre defense is doing an excellent job forcing this Warrior offense to create for themselves. There's only a couple girls on this team that are able to effectively do that well. Birmingham being one of them, a great example.
Three-pointer is missed by Ruggeberg, and an over-the-back foul called. That is the 4th team foul now. Goes against number 22, Zoe Fuglesang. Warriors hitting the offensive glass, an 8-3 lead in offensive rebounds here so far. As they're going to take this clock down. 5-second difference between the shot and game clock. They lead by 8. A lot of contact there, no whistle, letting them play a little bit here as the Warriors do a great job getting back defensively. Ruggeberg up top to Putman. As looks like Central DeWitt will hold for the final shot after the turnover. Burt off the screen. They're forcing her to the right side. Kicks it out. Sinclair off the drive, turns it over. Birmingham gets the shot off. It's good if it goes from the three-quarters court. Very close three-pointer, but misses. The Warriors will go into the halftime break up 23-5. What a first half from them live from the state tournament. I'm Tyler French. He's Braden Floyd. We'll take a short break and come back with some halftime stats and analysis and what each team needs to do in the second half to come away with the victory. Thanks again to our sponsors, N Nails, Huddle, and Hempstead Home Repairs. We'll be right back. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union reminds you to practice good sportsmanship at all times. Support your athlete and team positively and enjoy the game. Norwalk fans enjoying this game so far. An 8-point lead for the Warriors at the break. I'm Tyler French. Alongside me is Braden Plord, and this game has gone exceptionally well for the Warriors' top two scorers, Hannah Overholzer and Braylon Birmingham.
Yeah, they've been having a great game, but I don't think you're going to be satisfied with this lead, right? Just looking at the stats here for the Warriors, 8 turnovers in the first half. The season average coming into this game was 10. So almost meeting your season average in the first half is never a good sign. And plus, you have had 6 steals in this first half, but you haven't been able to capitalize on them, as well as getting 8 offensive rebounds in that first half. The Warriors are giving themselves opportunities, but they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. I think they should have a much larger lead than they already do right now, but if you're DeWitt, you're thankful that you're still in this game, up 8 points, have not been able to make free throws. That's the biggest thing you're going to have to do in this second half. You're getting to the line, already 10 attempts, but only made 4 of them. So if this Warrior defense continues to be physical and they continue to draw the whistle onto this DeWitt offense, you have to make your free throws.
Yeah, and it is an ugly shooting splits across the board for DeWitt. 29% from the field, just 1 of 8 from downtown. A team that shoots the ball pretty well from three-point range, top 10 in 4A. But yeah, like you mentioned, 4 of 10 from the free throw line. They're getting to the free throw line, something they didn't do a lot in the season, averaging just about 10 attempts per game. They've already matched that here in the first half, but free points are free points. And when you know Norwalk is going to come out and they're going to get aggressive, second half, Braylon Birmingham, only 4 free throw attempts. She averages almost 10 a game herself. This team is going to get after it inside the post and look to get back to the charity stripe. They have to be knocking these shots in. As from the line, Ruggerberg and Zoe Fugglesang both over 2 off the bench. And a big thing for the Warriors, they have shut down Ava Putman, and that can almost be entirely attributed to Pearl Brown, who does it game in, game out. But the Sabres leading scorer, just 2 points, 1 of 4 in the first half.
Absolutely, and what you're seeing with this DeWitt team is that their scoring is evenly spread throughout. I mean, DeWitt, they have 9 bench points, while the Warriors have 0. Only 3 players have scored for the Warriors. So that's the thing that you're going to want to see from this Warrior offense, is to play complementary basketball. Don't put it all onto Braylon or Hannah to score the points. You're going to have to make plays all across this squad.
And I expect at some point we're going to see Ava Carlson find a way to get her stuff going, hitting the glass hard, 6 rebounds, couple of offensive ones, but you already mentioned it, 8 offensive rebounds, but not a lot of second chance points to show for it. Multiple times those have come on the same possession and still coming up empty. As the wing eating contest here at halftime, one of both the joys and discussions at the state tournament every year. Are you looking to start an exterior or interior home project? Are you trying to finish one with lack of motivation? Hempstead Home Repairs is your Norwalk and surrounding area home repair and construction expert. Your project deserves quality, and you deserve honest, no-frills communication. No project or remodel too big or too small. Like and follow Hempstead Home Repairs on Facebook for more information and provided services, always free estimates. And Ed Nails is not only a beauty salon, they strive to create a relaxing and welcoming space for all of our clients. At our salon, we will take care of all your beauty needs, from your nails and toes to your lashes. We specialize in many nail designs, and we hope you will gain a lasting relationship. Book today by calling 515-981-8448 or visiting us at 1300 Turnberry Drive, Unit 3 in Norwalk. It's an 8-point lead for the Warriors. We'll take another short break, come back with some keys to the second half, and just revisit our keys to the game and how both teams are handling that so far. You're listening to Norwalk Basketball on the Warriors Live Stream Network. Minute left here at halftime, rehashing the keys to the game. It has been their opportunity getting back defensively in their keys to the game, but unfortunately they are still turning the ball over and not controlling at the point of attack for Central DeWitt. Norwalk has been doing what they can to guard this three-point line, but overall both teams have a lot to work on in the second half.
Yeah, with Norwalk, you want to get to the free throw line. They've only gotten to it 6 times in this first half, and they've made all 6 of those. Now, the biggest thing is you have to start fast. You weren't able to start fast in that first half. You were able to have the Sabres kind of keep up and have a little bit of hope. Now, in this second half, you have to set the tone for the game and the rest of your performance and how you're going to perform as you go throughout this.
It'll be Sabres basketball out of halftime. It'll be the same lineups, the starting lineups for both teams, sponsored by Hempstead Home Repair. Pearl Brown, Hannah Overholzer, Braylon Birmingham, Ava Carlson, and McKenna Reeder. On the other side, Kinley Burt, Ava Putman, Claire LeConte, Emma Putman, and Adi Fogelsang. Warriors did a great job taking Ava Putman out of the game so far. Can they do it for another 16 minutes? LeConte over to Burt on the far wing. Putman comes off the screen, and the Warriors have to switch. Overholzer picks her up. Layup up, no good. And Fogelsang, offensive rebound and the putback. Using that height to her advantage, she gets her second basket of the game. And that's exactly what they needed, that possession. Able to get on the offensive glass and come up with a couple of extra second chance points. Birmingham into the corner. Reeder open for 3. That one no good. Birmingham came in fighting for the board, but Fogelsang came down with it. They're going to call a push foul against Brown, her first, as Burt was trying to tiptoe the sideline and come down with that ball. Lead cut down to 6 as we are underway here in the third quarter. Tyler French and Braden Plord coming to you live on Pardon My French Media, live on our YouTube page. Braylon Birmingham leading all scorers with 10 points in that first half. Putman over to Burt. Trying to thread the needle again. Ball on the deck. And it'll be a jump ball. Carlson jumping on top will get the ball back to the Warriors. And that's the type of hustle and determination you need from one of your seniors trying to advance and keep her career going at least one more game.
Yeah, we saw that with Pearl Brown trying to go for that loose ball here. And now that first pitch, the Warriors had a great play set up to put Reeder wide open in the corner. Wasn't able to get that to go, but that's something that you want to continue to see. These offensive plays, not rushing things.
Another turnover for the Warriors as Brown loses it off her foot. And it will go back to Central DeWitt as they try to cut into this lead a little bit more. Burt over to the near side wing for LeConte. Fogelsang catching up, popping up, catching the ball on the wing as they are face guarding now Ava Putman. Emma Putman, her shot is blocked by the sophomore Reeder and will stay right here as it goes out of bounds. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Burt takes the ball out of bounds and goes right to Fogelsang, switched off here. As Burt had to pick up a dribble, gets it out to Emma Putman. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Burt looking to go to work. Forced to the right side. And they're going to call a travel first. She's gotten called a couple times on that scoop layup where she's dragged that pivot foot before getting the shot off.
Both these teams are playing excellent defense to start this game, forcing turnovers and bad plays left and right. It's all just going to be about a matter of who can gain momentum and get going offensively.
Birmingham to Brown in the corner for 3. Good, and the foul. Pearl Brown with the 4-point play. She's been our player of the game so far. She came up clutch, obviously, last year, but that was her first basket, was that buzzer beater tournament. She is making her presence felt all over the floor here so far today. 3 steals and 3 rebounds, and now 9 points for the game after a 4-point play to give the Warriors their first double-digit lead. Now trying to lock up on the other side. Comes away with another steal.
This is huge for the Warriors, but we've seen them make great plays, but not able to get a snowball effect going off of that. This is going to be a pivotal possession to see how they're able to respond.
Out of the double team, the Warriors were able to get the pass off, and now it'll come out to Birmingham. Fogelsang picks her up. Overholzer gets her feet set in the corner. That 3 no good. Brown with another board, this time on the offensive end. Brings it back out. Fresh shot clock for the Warriors. You've noticed with Overholzer, she's a great shooter, but when she's able to get her feet set, it makes her almost automatic. That one just quite couldn't get her legs underneath her to get that shot to fall. Birmingham drives in, is fouled on the shot. We'll go back to the free throw line as the Warriors starting to pour it on a little bit. Birmingham 4 for 4 from the line in the first half. Got one, rattles home. Foul went against LeConte. That is her first. Birmingham 2 for 2. She's got 12 to lead all scorers. Lead at 12 as well. Warriors trying to keep it up. LeConte dribbles into the middle. A no-look pass getting off to Fugglesang. Wasn't ready for it at first, able to recover. Burt working against Overholzer. They go inside to Putman. Got to her position, couldn't get it to fall, and Pearl Brown gets the board. 5th of the game for her.
Great post defense from Pearl Brown. She saw that Putman was trying to go for that spin, able to predict that, get in front of her, make things tough.
Reeder kind of threw that one away, intercepted by LeConte. Got herself under the basket, picked up her dribble. That's a tough spot to always put yourself in. Putman finally gets one to go off the drive. Her second basket of the game cuts the lead back down to 10. Birmingham to Brown. Overholzer got that quick first step, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Kind of chucked it up as she was losing it on the gather. But a careless pass the other way. Putman turns it over as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Burt.
I know both teams seem to really love transition offense and moving quickly, beating the team to the other end of the basket, but sometimes you just got to slow down. Otherwise, you're going to make sloppy plays, sloppy passes like we just saw Putman do right there.
Timeout for Central DeWitt. Pearl Brown getting it done both sides of the ball right now. 9 points and 4 steals and hitting the glass hard as well. 4 Warriors with at least 4 rebounds today. Everyone doing their part trying to advance to Thursday's semifinals against arch rival DCG.
And in games like this, you need big plays from big players. Birmingham's been doing well, but like you've just mentioned earlier, Brown has been a real star defensively and making some huge offensive plays like that 4-point play, forcing steals, guarding Ava Putman, their leading scorer, and almost eliminating her from this game. If she can continue to play like this, she'll for sure be the most valuable player of this game.
At Huddle, we know every client has unique needs, whether you're designing custom gear for your business, sports team, or community event like today's. Huddle is here to deliver. From custom designs and high-quality printing to embroidery projects and even merch, we bring your vision to life with care and attention to detail. Reach us at yourteam@huddle.us. That's Huddle, HUDDDLE. Or call or text at 515-336-7841. Your brand, your vision, our commitment. Huddle up. Out of the timeout, Warriors leading 29-19 with 4:15 left in the third quarter. Norwalk trying to continue to pull away as they've had a great third quarter offensively so far, and that is going to be the 14th foul here in the quarter against Central DeWitt. That goes against Burt, her second. No player on either team with more than 2 fouls. They call that the third team foul, not the fourth. And a quick turnover here for the Warriors as we hit the halfway point in the quarter. The shot missed. It was Zoe Fugglesang, couldn't get the shot to fall after she had just checked in. Reeder with the board. Birmingham will back dribble a little bit, back out to the 3-point line. Overholzer catches it in the corner. Comes around the screen, pulls up, about 12 feet, no good. Carlson had the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. And I believe that's going to go into Reeder as she was coming in to make contact. That'll be her second. Like the aggressive play, but Carlson probably comes down with that rebound if not for the foul. So about 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Norwalk holding on to a 10-point lead. Burt over to Putman. Ruggeberg in the far corner. Winner of this game takes on number 2 DCG on Thursday night, and a foul underneath against Carlson. That's her third. So 2 quick fouls against the Warriors will put the Sabres at the free throw line. First free throw, no good. That's the first free throw of the second half, and Sinclair could not knock it in. One for two does Sinclair go, gets it back to single digits. Birmingham across the timeline. Bordenaro sets the screen up top. Reeder goes baseline here. Good drive, but better defense. I thought Sinclair got away with it cleanly, but they're going to call body contact, and that will send Reeder to the free throw line looking for her first points of the game.
Great play from Reeder. Out in the corner, pump fake, drives baseline, able to set up for a layup and heads to the line.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. If that three-point shot ever starts to fall, she's got a great mechanic on it. If it starts to fall, this is going to be a girl that's going to be a 12 to 15-point scorer night in, night out. First shot is missed from the line for Reeder. No substitutions for Norwalk here in the second half. Reeder gets her first point as the free throw falls. Ball comes to Burt at the top of the key as Fuglesang pops out. That's Zoe Fuglesang. She'll drive into the defense. Shot no good, and they're going to call a blocking foul underneath against Bordenaro, who was that first substitution. That'll be number 3 on Bordenaro as well. So both of the Warriors posts in a little bit of foul trouble with 3 each for Bordenaro and Carlson.
We'll see how DeWitt tries to take advantage of this. Having your post player both in a little bit of foul trouble might open things up down low. So we'll see what this DeWitt offense.
Zoe Fuglesang knocks in the first free throw. Goes 1 of 2, now 1 for 3 for the game. Lots of misses on both sides as the Warriors still in front by 9. Overholzer, quick fire 3, rattles off, no good. Brown trying to come in for the board as trying to push it hard the other way. Burt into the corner, Ruggeberg. Overcommitted on the closeout did Brown, but the shot is missed, and it is another rebound for Birmingham. Birmingham, spin, got away from the defender, went back the other way and airballed it, but it went through the hands of Fuglesang and out of bounds, and the Warriors keep possession. It is not a turnover, so the shot clock does not reset. Both teams have 14 fouls, so it'll be bonus here for the remainder of the quarter. Brown, Birmingham up top. No threes for her so far. She's attempted 1, missed it. Bordenaro with 13 on the shot clock. Back dribbles, brings it up top. Off to Overholzer. It's switched. Now to Brown. 1 dribble over to Birmingham. Birmingham, nice head fake, steps in. 1 2-point shot, no good. Reeder with the hustle though, gets it to Brown. Fresh shot clock for Norwalk with 2 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. They get it over to Birmingham as the Warriors will look to work the clock a little bit here. Coach Segris wants a timeout to talk it over. He calls it with 23 seconds on the shot clock, 1:49 to go here in the third. Braden, over the last couple of minutes, what are you seeing from both these offenses that can lead to potential more success as we close out this third quarter?
Well, I think what we've been seeing is that there's a lot more hustle I'm seeing from this Warrior team. I mean, we're talking about on the defensive end, more pesky on defense. We're seeing offensive rebounds and second chance points. I think the effort is there, but sometimes you're moving so fast that it almost seems like you're in a panic. So you have to just calm yourselves down because you don't want to work an offense or defense in chaos. So I think that's the biggest thing. And I mean, this DeWitt team, you've got 2 post players that are in foul trouble. You have to attack down low and force Segris to stretch out this bench and take advantage where you can.
Just a 6-player rotation all season for the Warriors. It's gone 9 deep on the other side as we've seen Lena Perrone get a couple of minutes. The Putman sisters have combined 4 points here so far. As Reeder was looking to go high-low look for Birmingham. Ball to Birmingham in the corner, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back up top for Overholzer. Now to Bordenaro, Birmingham at the top. Drives in, fades away. She's loved that shot today and gets it to fall from 14.
Birmingham doing such a great job finding gaps in between DeWitt defenders and just pulling up from mid-range, getting those ones to fall.
Long shot is buried. It's a 3-pointer, back to an 8-point game. They'll stop the clock as the ball got away.
Three-point ball is such an important piece of this DeWitt offense. They haven't been able to find it today, but gaining some momentum, knocking down a couple of triples will really help them get back into this game.
Jalen Fugglesang got that shot to go. Just her third make from downtown all season in a huge moment. Birmingham over to Overholzer, now to Reeder. Reeder goes baseline, moves it around, back to Brown, now to Overholzer again. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Birmingham has it tipped away. Good hands by Perrone.
We're seeing excellent ball movement from this Warrior offense. Lots of cutting and kicking out, but just not able to find an open shot. As long as this team continues to move around and try and find open spots, I'm sure they'll get an open shot.
Birmingham, good cut. Brown found her and it finishes the play. Birmingham with 16. And tips it out of bounds back the other way. 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. Warriors 34, Sabres 24.
We're seeing a lot of off-ball movement from this Warrior offense, and that's opening up a lot of things. Moving off of screens, cutting inside, making this Sabre defense move and get tired. Tire them out. Then when you find an open shot, go ahead and take that. Don't force anything.
Ball moved over to Putman. They go down low to Sinclair. Good dig from the outside as Fugglesang dumps it down low. Sinclair, shot up and good. Off a beautiful pass. Double figures off the bench for Jalen Sinclair. She's been their go-to player today.
Making big plays in big games. That's something that we've seen coming out of the first half. The Sabres bench outscored their starters, and when you go 9 deep, you need all those players to make different plays.
Birmingham down to 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lost it. Over to Reeder at the buzzer. It's no good. The two teams match each other in the third. It was an 8-point game at half. It's an 8-point game with 8 to play. Warriors take the lead into the fourth. We'll step away and be right back with the final quarter of today's 4A quarterfinal. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union is proud to champion the Iowa Girl. Thank you for joining us to support young women athletics and ensuring that they continue to walk down every main street in every town with their head held high, just as every boy. It's an 8-point lead for Norwalk. It is crunch time for these two teams. It came down to the wire last year. Who can step up and make the big play this season?
It's been a gritty game this entire matchup. It's all just going to come down to who wants it more, who's in better condition, and who can make the right play at the right time.
Putman comes around the down screen. They isolate on the block for Sinclair. Blocked! Birmingham got a piece of it. Her foot on the out-of-bounds line trying to save it, but they like that switch of Birmingham guarding in the post. She gave up a couple inches to Fugglesang earlier, but now against Sinclair, she's got that advantage. See if she can take away that presence in the post. As this possession now, it is Carlson who draws Sinclair. As a shot is missed, it's on the ground, and looks like it's going to be a jump ball to go back Norwalk's way.
It's a great defensive possession. We saw the block from Birmingham and then forcing a lot of miscommunication and just panic for this Sabre offense.
Inbound into Overholzer as DeWitt trying to press a little bit in the start of the fourth. 30 seconds gone, 7.5 left in some one season. Neither team really got tested in the regional finals. Reeder, a beautiful cut, and Brown finds her for the basket.
Brown on the wing, Reeder wide open inside, able to do a backdoor cut, free open, a wide open layup, and a huge bucket for the Warriors.
Sinclair on the wing, drives baseline against Carlson. Good find, Perrone buried herself a little bit, shot missed, rebounded by Birmingham. Birmingham 16 points, 6 rebounds today to lead the way for the Warriors. Here's Birmingham on the drive, is fouled. First foul here in the fourth quarter for Central DeWitt. None of their players in major foul trouble. On the other side is Bordenaro and Carlson, each with 3. Overholter takes the ball out of bounds. Season ended for Central DeWitt on this floor last year. Started the season with 1 loss, have won 23 straight. The Warriors losses to Makokata and DCG, both teams that are state qualifiers. DCG, they split that regular season matchup as the Mustangs await the winner of today's game, as this one ends up in a turnover. Perrone back the other way, as they're going to call a foul here. Not a lot of contact, but draws the whistle.
Good hustle from Brown to get back on defense, just a little bit too aggressive.
Brown called for her second foul, first foul on the Warriors. They kick it out to Burt off the post entry pass, as Burt almost got called for a travel. Comes up with a 5th steal for Pearl Brown. Nice step through here by Overholter. Brown to Reeder in the corner. Reeder, pull-up jumper from about 5, no good. Carlson, offensive rebound, back up, no good. Tipped around, Reeder gets another rebound. And a timeout called by Coach Segrist. 2 left for the Warriors. Comes with 6 minutes left, a fresh shot clock, 34 seconds. We will take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to Norwalk Basketball on Pardon My French Media. Neither team is shooting the ball well from the field, but the Warriors attacking the offensive glass. They are getting multiple offensive rebounds. It feels every possession. And while it hasn't led to a lot of second chance points, it is extending this clock out, and every second valuable with a 10-point deficit for Central DeWitt.
And it just drains Central DeWitt too. I mean, when you get a stop on defense, you're thinking, oh, let's go. Now we can go back onto offense. But once they get that offensive board, you have to put in the same hustle and the same effort for an entire new possession.
Birmingham got the shot she wanted, does not fall, and there's going to be a foul under the basket. Looks like that went against Birmingham. That's her second foul, second team foul as well. Warriors in front by 10, under 6 left to play. Burt and Putman seeing if they can spark a comeback here. The 2 seniors have been the 2 best players for most of this season for their squad, along with Emma Putman. It's Ava with the ball up top, guarded by Brown. They go over to Sinclair. She's got double figures today. Good switch by the Warriors. Putman down low, got the floater over the shoulder to go, a little sky hook. Just her 3rd basket of the game, cuts the lead back down to 8. Overholzer gets the inbounds pass, and will bring it across the timeline. Couple bench players getting some clutch minutes here for the Sabres. Brown with it to the top of the key. The defender follows. Birmingham isolated here on the wing. We'll move it back over. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll look to go to work against Fugglesang. Pull-up jumper. That one's buried. You're so worried about that drive that 12 to 15-foot jumper has been money today.
Birmingham just such a threat on all three levels of the floor. Really using that mid-range to her advantage this entire game. She's been extremely clutch. That was a big bucket.
Carlson tripped up a little bit, but able to get back to her feet. It's Burt with it on the far wing. Crowd loud behind her. Down low. Fugglesang left it short, offensive rebound, and that's going to be a foul against Birmingham. A lot of contact, that's enough to draw the whistle. That'll be her third, team third as well. Birmingham getting the nod from Coach Segrist to let her know that she's down to those last two fouls. And they're going to call one on Carlson as well. That is her fourth. And that is going to send Sinclair to the free throw line. Looked like her feet kind of got just tangled a little bit. Bordenero will check in, I would assume, for Carlson as Sinclair's shot falls. How big has Jalen Sinclair been off the bench tonight? 11 points for Central DeWitt, keeping this one close. Averages under 5.5 points per game on the season. Two big free throws, lead down to 8. It's the closest they've been able to get it, however, here in the second half. As that's going to be a foul against Burt, loose ball foul. Goes against Burt, her third. A little bit of a body check between her, completely incidental, nothing malicious. They get it into Birmingham, brings it across half court, looks to drive, feeds it down low, and then that'll be a foul against Putman as the ref's getting a little foul happy here late in the contest. Birmingham 18 points today after that last pull-up jumper. 3 team fouls for Central DeWitt, 4 for Norwalk, as this one is going to be a turnover, and Bordenero going to get called for the foul, and that'll be free throws now. So that is 4 on Bordenero. Her and Carlson have to be careful about halfway through this fourth quarter. And it is Jalen Sinclair at the free throw line again, trying to cut this lead to 6 with 2 more makes. Game of her life for Jalen Sinclair, 13 points after the made free throw. Misses the second one. Birmingham gets the board. How big is this possession for Norwalk? Overholtzer into the corner for Brown, back up top to Birmingham. They're going to look to isolate their leading scorer a little bit. Next basket will give her 20. Drives through. Nice bounce pass to Brown, who will bring it back out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Double team comes, finds Brown. Short jumper, no good. They can cut it to 2 possessions with the basket here. 3.5 left in someone's season. Perrone ahead. Burt open for 3. That one's no good. Sinclair, another rebound and a foul underneath. Wargers calling for something. They go against Reeder. That's her third. Norwalk faithful not happy about that call. As Sinclair, a monster game off the bench, 13 points. That was her 4th rebound as well. 4 or 6 from the line today. First one left well short. As the Warriors will switch the positioning here. Brown goes underneath the basket. Reeder, rebound and a foul called against Burt. That is her 4th. I don't think we've gone more than 30 seconds of game time without a foul for about 3 minutes.
Both teams are being extremely aggressive. I mean, at state, this could be the last game of your season. It's the last thing you want, to not be aggressive in your final game, but lots of foul trouble now coming down the line. Both the forwards for the Warriors at 4 fouls, and Burt being one of their best players today on the defensive side, now picking up her 4th after that one.
They inbound it into Overholtzer. Both teams in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Beautiful pass ahead. Carlson can't get it to fall. And an opportunity back the other way. Both free throws were missed, so still a 7-point game. Here's Perone. Warriors got to play without fouling. Putman over to Burt. Burt around the screen, gives it over to Perone. Perone, long 2-point jumper. It's hit. It's a 5-point game with 3 left. Warriors just 2 points here, 5 minutes into the quarter. They get it into Brown. Now to Birmingham. Warriors need a basket here to push it back to 3 possessions. Birmingham guarded by Fugglesang, strain set. It'll be rejected. Birmingham on the left side, she's got 20.
Tough layup, driving left, fading away. Absolutely clutch bucket from Birmingham.
Down in the post, Perone picks up her dribble. Goes up and it's swatted by Birmingham.
Back-to-back huge plays for the sophomore.
And a foul in transition, that'll go against Fugglesang. That is her second, and that is gonna be free throws for the Warriors for the remainder of this one. Both teams in the bonus. 2.5 left, Birmingham to the line, trying to push it back to 9. What a game here in the 4th. We talked about how close this game came down to the stretch last year, and now the Warriors trying to see if they can put a little bit of distance between them and the Sabres.
And this is the point where they're extremely comfortable. We mentioned it in pregame. One of the best free throw shooting teams in the entire state. If you're getting fouled and you send a Warrior to the line, most likely they're going to be scoring and extending their lead.
22 tonight for Braylon Birmingham. Timeout Central DeWitt. It is an 9-point lead, excuse me. I can't math today. 9-point lead for the Warriors. Timeout on the floor. Thanks to our sponsors again, N Nails, Hempstead Home Repair, and of course, Huddle. Huddle recently going to their online shop. Make sure to reach out to them at yourteam@huddle.com. HUDDDLE. For Norwalk, where do you think they're going coming out of this? What is the big key for this squad in the closing minutes?
I mean, you know all eyes are going to be on Birmingham, so I would want to trust Hannah Overholzer in this scenario. Now, she hasn't been shooting that well today, only 3 of 11 from the field, but in clutch moments, you want to give it to your players that have consistently stepped up, regardless of their performance up until this moment. So if I'm the Warrior offense and just the Warrior team in general, I'm looking at Birmingham and Overholzer to make a play.
And that timeout was actually called by Norwalk, so there's 1 timeout left for the Warriors, 3 for the Sabres. Burt with the ball up top. Foul trouble to watch. Birmingham with 3. Carlson with 4 as Carlson got another clutch rebound. That is her 9th of the game. Talk about the rebounding today. Birmingham, Reeder, and Carlson, each with at least 8 rebounds in this contest and a foul after they got the ball to Birmingham. So she will go back to the line where she has made teams pay time and time again. 8 for 8 from the line. Last year struggled in the first game at State as a freshman. The lights were a little too bright. Warriors were helped carried by her older sister, a senior, Bailey Birmingham, who had 20+ that game. This season, it's Braylon's team, and she came to play 7 of 15 from the floor, 10 of 10 from the charity stripe. She's got 24 and 8. An 11-point lead for the Warriors. Burt, an air ball, a rush 3 as the pressure mounting here for Central DeWitt.
I mean, it's so tough with this Warrior team coming down to the stretch. This team just gets stronger as the game goes on. And being such a prolific free throw team, you don't want to send them to the line to try and stop clock.
Warriors 2 minutes away from a bully game rematch with arch rival DCG. They split the last 4 among these 2 squads. The away team winning every game. They lost by 3 at home on a 3-pointer that rimmed off. As Birmingham, offensive rebound and the putback. 26-9 for her today.
That has been the story of this game, the Warriors' ability to get rebounds. That has been the decider of this game, getting offensive rebounds, second chance points, and getting new possessions.
A game-high 13-point lead, as I think they were calling a reach-in foul against Hannah Overholzer. Surprisingly, her first foul in a game where everyone else has at least 2. Overholzer picks up her first with 1:19 left. And so far in this game, I'm still at liberty to give co-players of the game. It's been Birmingham on the offensive end, Pearl Brown on the defensive end. Just the hustle she has shown today with 5+ steals to her credit. Two big free throws for Putman, but is it too little too late? 8 in the game, well below her season average, as Brown brings it across half court under 1:15 to play. No fouls to give for either team. And a reach-in foul is going to send Pearl Brown to the line. I think realization starting to set in a little bit on the Central DeWitt bench. What a season they've had. Losing Lauren Walker last year, this could have definitely been a little bit of a transition year, but Kinley Burt and Ava Putman coming back, putting this team on their backs and leading them to 23 straight wins and another Class 4A state tournament appearance.
It's just been a great season from Central DeWitt. Obviously not out of this game yet, but it's just been a true testament about everyone on their team stepping up. Like we mentioned, they go 9 deep in their bench in that first half. Their bench outscoring their starters. Everyone is making plays. They're not dependent upon one person to make the play, and that's what made this team so strong throughout the regular season.
Came back to a 13-point lead after 2 made free throws. And Pearl Brown, a player that has not shot free throws exceptionally well throughout her career, 5 for 5 from the line in the biggest game of the season. How's this for a stat today? The Warriors, we were talking, you mentioned free throws were a big key factor for them. As Carlson will lay it in. That is her first basket of the game. A timeout as the Warriors are going to advance to a semifinals rematch with Dallas Center Grimes on a Thursday night. The Warriors bringing their bench in. As right now they have, I think, 6 players, but Bortner are going to check back out. As it looks like it will be Olive DeRocher, Kara Scandrett, Kerrigan Vinzanti, along with Madeline Trenkamp, and I think Emma Banks was the other one. As the I Believe chant from the Norwalk bench, but the Warriors 16 of 17 from the line. Central DeWitt 11 of 22. As Norwalk going to advance to their 2nd straight state semifinals. They lost last year against Xavier. Bishop Heelan, the #1 seed, will take on the #8 seed, North Polk, up next. The 4-5 matchup at the end of today will be Clear Creek Amana versus Carlisle, as a long 2-point jumper is hit by Putman. So Putman will finish in double figures for her last career game. A bounce-back season for Central DeWitt after losing one of the best players in the state. Ava Putman, the future Minnesota State Mankato D2 star, will graduate along with Kinley Burt. 2 big losses for them, but they will have some key players back, led by Emma Putman and Adi Fuglesang, 2 of their starters, who will return as upperclassmen next year.
I mean, this team has really shown a great ability to bounce back. I mean, losing Lauren Walker, one of the most prolific scorers in the entire state, and still coming back into state almost nearly as strong, has just been a great job to this coaching staff, and I know DeWitt will be back next year.
Warriors will advance for at least one more game. Braylon Birmingham at 26 tonight to lead the way. A near double, or excuse me, she did finish the double-double, 26 and 10 to her credit. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals for the Warriors' sophomore guard, Pearl Brown, senior guard, excuse me, getting the 2 of them confused. They are our co-Hempstead Home Repair players of the game, as Pearl Brown, an amazing defensive showing, holding Ava Putman to just 8 points while she was on the floor. And now they match up with a familiar foe on Thursday night, as we will have coverage from sideline in that contest, as These two teams know each other extremely well. Back-to-back years that both teams have qualified for state, as Birmingham places the Norwalk name to advance to Thursday night.
I mean, every game against DCG with Norwalk, any sport, not just girls basketball, but boys basketball, football, soccer, it's always a heated matchup, something that I know both teams are going in with a lot of motivation to be the one to send the other home.
2 spots in the state semifinals at the 4A level are decided. DCG and Norwalk, 5 p.m. Thursday night. We'll see the Little Hawkeye Conference rivals match up one more time. This season, 2 spots to be decided. Bishop Heelan, the undefeated #1 seed, takes on North Polk up next. And after that, Clear Creek Amana and Carlisle in the 4-5 matchup. Who will advance to Thursday night's other half of the semifinal bracket with a chance to make it to the state championship? It's been almost 20 years since Norwalk brought that trophy home, and they'll look for one more opportunity Thursday night before seeing if they can advance to the state championship once again. And for the first time under head coach Joe Stegris, a 2-time state title winner as the head coach of Valley years ago for the Tigers.
I mean, this might not have been the best looking win for the Warriors. It was a little bit sloppy, lots of turnovers, not able to knock down the shot as well. But they finished this game like an absolute champion. That's something that you want to see, that even though the game hasn't been going your way, you keep your head down, you keep working, you get to the line, make plays. It's very easy to see a team like this not play that well, make turnovers, not able to make the plays that they want to, and just give up and just kind of sulk around. But we saw so many players just going around, getting offensive boards, blocks, steals, moving around the ball. It seems that you just get stronger as the game goes on, and that's something that you see in future champions.
Norwalk an 8-point lead at halftime after outscoring Central DeWitt in both the first and second quarters, an even third as DeWitt started out hot from the halftime break. Norwalk finishing strong, and a final 16-11 break in the fourth gives Norwalk the 13-point lead. Thank our sponsors one final time: Hempstead Home Repair, Huddle, and Nails in Norwalk. Our Hempstead Home Repair co-players of the game again are Braylon Birmingham, 26 points, 10 rebounds, the double-double. She got things going on the offensive end, and it was Pearl Brown on the defensive side of things. 5 steals, but also 11 points, 5 boards, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Their 2 studs going for 15 of 15 from the charity stripe to come away with the victory. It'll be #1 seed Bishop Heelan looking to advance to the semifinals after getting upset last year. And now we'll see what they can do coming in, as we will be back Thursday night, 5 p.m. is the tip-off time for the 4A semifinals. Make sure to join us for live coverage. It'll be myself, Braden Plord, and hopefully Don D'Angelo joining us as well courtside. But for now, for my broadcast partner, Braden Plord, our producer and scorekeeper, Gary French, I'm Tyler French signing off here on Pardon My French Media. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will catch you guys Thursday for at least one more game, and make sure to join us tonight of boys sub-state final, 7 p.m. live from Dowling High School. It'll be similar to this, just an audio broadcast with a live scoreboard, as Norwalk takes on Dowling in the sub-state finals, trying to punch their own ticket to state next week. But until then, we'll see you next time.